Time now to take a look at what's trending. We head to California first, where students at a college there are pushing to ban tobacco products on campus. Their message: no e-cigarettes, no messaging, no tobacco products on our campus at all. And that includes chewing tobacco. While some students say they want a total ban, a few say that the total ban might be a little too much, suggesting that there should be a designated smoking area. The school's president will make the final decision on whether to implement the ban at all.
All right, smartphones are everywhere, right? Now people are using them to post what's known as, get this, funeral selfies. There's even a Tumblr blog dedicated to them. Selfies, you know what those are. Anyway, these people are doing it before and after memorial services by what was called in one article, the young and seemingly clueless. There's one that reads, love my hair today, hate why I'm dressed up, #funeral. Some argue that grief should be kept quiet, but others say it's cathartic to grieve on social media.
I think it's just a generational thing, because I think more people, older people, think the grieving process, I know this is taking forever, think the grieving process should be quiet and respectful. That's the word I'm looking for. And taking a picture of yourself like in front of the casket, like look what's behind me.
That's what's weird to me when people take pictures of.
Yeah, that, I don't get that so much.
Yeah. Real quick, the California college, notice they said they didn't want tobacco to be smoked on campus.
What does that mean?
Something tells me they would be okay with smoking other things.
Oh, I thought
I'm not talking about e-cigarettes. Marlena, our director, says e-cigarettes. Yeah.
They mentioned e-cigarettes, but I thought they meant chewing tobacco.
Talking about the wacky weed.
So they wanted to specify tobacco rather than the stuff that's grown. Go to WJBF.com. We've got more to talk about.
Surely you understand what I'm saying, right?
Including this.
All right.
Who works more?
Oh boy.
Men or women? Let me tell you, Jenny Montgomery schooled me on this,
okay.
So we're going to have a lively discussion.
Go for it.
A new study says that when you include unpaid work around the home, it's not even close. Is this your read?
I don't think so. Either way, go ahead.
Okay. Researchers say while men work longer hours at paid jobs, women do a lot more cooking, cleaning, child rearing, pushing those babies out, carrying that baby for 9 months, breastfeeding in the middle of the night when the baby cries and you wiping sniffy noses. Women do all that most of the time. Researchers found in the 22 out of 28 developing countries, women put in the longest hours every week, and they don't get paid for it all.
Do you feel better now?
I'm good.
Okay. I'm glad we're not coming back on camera, because you would see me playing world's smallest violin.
Nice.
An ATM in California is putting out $50 bills rather than 20s. Some Bank of America customers say the ATM is paying out better than any slot machine in Vegas. The bank won't say how much money was taken or why it happened. They did release a statement saying it was an isolated situation. They'll get it fixed as soon as they figure it all out. They have video, and I love this part. They have video and personal information on everybody who took that money from that ATM over the weekend, and you bet they're going to get their money. Representatives say they plan to work with customers on an individual basis to get their money back. Now, here's the thing. If I make a mistake, the bank's not going to help me get my money back. But if the bank makes a mistake and gives up too much money, they are darn sure going to come and get every penny that they
You're absolutely right.
Ridiculous.
I got to say this to my friends Leonard and Molly. Thank you for emailing me. They said that DMX got arrested because he had no insurance and no driver's license, and the car didn't have a tag on the car. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Speaking of that, tweet me during the break at John Darwin Hart. We'll get you involved in the conversation as we talk to our internet viewers only at WJBF.com. There it is, at John Darwin Hart. And then, teachers don't often get the credit they deserve for educating our people.
They don't at all, and it's a shame. But coming up, we're taking a little time to put them in the spotlight. We're going to spotlight an excellent educator with tonight's Golden Apple Award segment.
We are up live streaming on WJBF.com. Anything interesting on your phone?
No, I just got that tip, that hot tip about DMX.
I've already had a couple of people text me and say, one text, one Facebook message, and say, women work harder. I'm glad that was your read, because there's just no way I can,
But you have to admit, I know that you're trying to take a stance for the sake of argument, but you have to admit that women work harder.
Sure.
Than men.
I'm never because to say otherwise would be to.
Let me record this.
What?
I don't even know which phone to use. Go
But I will
ahead.
say this, it reminds me of an old Chris Rock bit.
Okay.
And
You know what? Chris Rock, never a good thing to throw in.
he always said, he's like, you know, everybody always grows up when like the football players on, they put them on camera in the football, they always go, hi mom, hi
Right.
mom, hi mom. It's never hi dad. Mom gets the appreciation for everything.
Right.
Meanwhile, he's like, you know, nobody ever says, hey dad, it's real easy to read with all this light in the house. You know?
But
He's-
here's the thing on that theory. Men think
Oh,
that because
good
they pay
Lord.
the bills and because you like supply a car, put gas in the car, and you make sure the heat is there, and here comes George? No. Okay,
George
and
is
the lights are
sneaking
on.
out quietly.
No, men think that you're doing us a favor by doing this. But let me tell you something. You don't give me special oxygen to breathe. You don't give me a special light bulb to sit under. You're going to pay those bills whether I'm living with you or not.
They're going to cost more if you're living with me.
No, not necessarily.
And do you know what you pay? You spend in shoes alone?
But
You know,
that has
I buy
nothing.
a-
That
I
has
buy like-
nothing to do with nothing.
Really?
What does that have to do with anything?
If you have a joint checking account, it certainly has something to do with everything.
Not if you have disposable income that you're able to spend.
Depends
no,
on
it
who's
doesn't.
making more.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
If the
a
bills
guy's
are
bringing,
paid,
the guy's bringing home 70% of the bacon, and you're spending 5 times as much him on shoes. I'm not saying he shouldn't be okay with it, but I will say that he.
I don't know how we got on the street.
You don't like this part, do you? She's like, stay away from my shoes.
Exactly. You're in dangerous territory here.
All right, that's all the time we have. We could have done this for hours. George
Oh,
Meyer
gosh.
is next. He's working hard over there in the Weather Center.